You want to know why it's so hard making friends as an adult? It's not because of your bank account, it's not because of your lack of charisma, and it's not because of your looks. It's simply because we overcomplicate the process. And what do I mean by overcomplicate? Well, think of it this way. Instead of trying all these fitness fads, if you really want to get fit, you just got to follow the simple process of cleaning up your diet and exercising. And when it comes to your social life, we have to kind of ignore all these trends and fads, this charisma, all this, and just focus on the simple aspect of meeting people, engaging in small talk, developing some form of relationship, and letting the friendship bloom from there. Very simple. However, we let our adult brains get in the way, overcomplicate the process, and then we wonder why we don't have any close friends or no fun social network. But in this video, I'm gonna show you a very simple way to start making friends. It's gonna require no brain power, actually, a little bit of brain power. So I'm gonna show you the step-by-step method, and all you gotta do is follow it week in and week out, and then tell me after 6 to 12 months, you're not gonna have some friends or a decent social network, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first part is meeting new people. And the simple way to go about that is finding social hobbies to take part in. So all you gotta do is take a look at a list of all the hobbies you enjoy, and then find groups on Facebook or on Google that take part in it on a weekly basis. Simple as that. Find a social hobby, commit to it, and you're gonna meet a bunch of people that will have at least one thing in common. So that's the best place to start. All right, so say now you found your social hobby and now you're taking part of it on a weekly basis, but you still have to interact with the human beings there, right? Well, again, let's not overcomplicate the process. You just want to either ask them how they're doing or give them a sincere compliment. That's it. That's enough to get someone to open up and start chatting a little bit. Again, this is small talk, not deep dive conversations. So just initiate some small talk, just give them a compliment, ask them how they're doing, and then your conversation skills will do the rest. Again, not complicated whatsoever. So the key thing that's happening from all this small talk and you showing up week in and week out for the social hobby is that people are gonna get comfortable with you and you're gonna get comfortable with them. It's a natural process when you're consistently showing up and engaging with them. And as you're comfortable, this naturally leads you to asking people if they want to hang out. You grab their number, you coordinate something, whether that's going for drinks after or gaming at your house, whatever you and the other person like to do, you just set it up, coordinate, and go from there. So you see, guys, it's not complicated, very simple. However, that being said, if you're half-assing the social hobby, if you're half-assing small talk, it's going to be very hard to get comfortable with people or them with you. Right? So you have to remember, be consistent, put that effort in, and naturally, people are gonna be comfortable with you, and naturally, they'll be open to hanging out with you. Simple as that. And just one thing to know when you're hanging out with people is that when you're hanging out, make sure that you're showing genuine interest in the other person. Asking them questions about their life, giving them compliments, asking them questions of things that interest them. And they're gonna talk, and you're gonna have follow-up questions, and you're gonna have a wonderful conversation because you're listening, you're taking an interest in them. One of the harshest things in adulthood is that a lot of people don't get as much appreciation as they deserve. They actually go through life alone, getting rare compliments, and just trying to make it to the end of the day. So when they meet someone that actually takes an interest in them, that listens, doesn't hog the mic, it's a breath of fresh air. So make sure that when you're hanging out with people, you're that guy, you're that person that's taking an interest in them, letting them talk, and you're listening well. You're asking them interesting questions. And they're gonna wanna hang out with you more and more, and trust me, as you build friendships, it's only gonna expand your social network because they're gonna introduce you to a whole group of their friends, or their family, or their people, and so many opportunities can come out of that. But again, I digress. So when you're hanging out, show an interest in the other person and be sincere about it. And on top of the hangouts, one thing you want to make sure you're also doing is sending out messages once in a while, whether that's, checking in on them or sharing memes or sharing jokes. Don't forget to send messages out to them, because that's only going to strengthen the idea that you're taking an interest in them, you care about them, and that you want to build a friendship. Again, you're not saying these things explicitly, but your actions are validating that. So make sure to be consistent with that, okay? But at the same time, don't be too needy. Actually, that's something I gotta bring up. The number one way to undermine all the progress you've made with your social life is by being needy. I'm not gonna spend too much time here, but when the other individual senses neediness from you, it leaves them with an icky feeling, and it's gonna naturally deter them from wanting to hang out with you, from wanting to respond to your messages and all of that. So you want to make sure that you're not being needy at all. And the number one way to ensure that you're not being needy is being okay that some people don't want to be your friend. That's just life, unfortunately. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're coming in with a sense of abundance. Even though some people don't want to be your friend, there's going to be so many other people that do want to be your friend, and that's who you want to find. All right? But make sure you're not being needy so you can find those type of friends, okay? So that's a warning. Don't be needy. That being said, follow that process I just mentioned. Social hobbies, small talk, initiating hangouts, messaging. If you do that on repeat for really the rest of your life, your social life is going to be filled with so many people that want to be your friends, that want to support you. And ironically enough, that could open up so many other doors for you, whether that's opportunities for your love life, opportunities for your career, all that. But it all comes down to you knowing how to be social and knowing how to make friends. And again, that's a simple process I showed you. Anyone can do it. Requires very little brain power. But that being said, it's up to you. All right, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. More is coming. Don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, sign up for my newsletter, and guys, remember, you're not just any type of nerd. You're a charismatic nerd. All right, see ya.